very warm welcome and good evening to all the lovely people in this room.
Good evening.
It's such a pleasure to see all of you. We have this interesting word which is called normal. And when we digress from this, which is a big question, should we digress or not? Because if you digress from the normal, you're given a certain term by people. What is that? Abnormal. Crazy. Ridiculous. Absurd. And sometimes foolish. And so that is the reason why many people love to stick to what is normal. And then they don't want to take much of a risk and they start making predictions such as this. That was Thomas J. Watson, who was in 1946 the chairman of IBM, and he predicted, I think there is a world market for 5 computers. That was something that was completely ridiculous if you look at it right now. And so if you have these, including one last one which I'd like to show you, this was something that the president of Michigan Savings Bank said to the lawyer of Henry Ford. The horse is here to stay, but the automobile is only a novelty, a fad. And I don't think anybody will want to ever use a car. And so here are some people who were not brave enough at that point in time to be ridiculous. Because if they had been a little ridiculous, they were trying to see things as we know them today. But they at that point in time wanted to be normal. And that's why today we look at them and say, ridiculous. So a big question is, should I be ridiculous or not? I was very much impressed by one of these quotes by Asim Premji, when he mentioned that if people are not laughing at your goals are too small, they're tiny. And so the first person who should laugh at your goals is probably yourself. And so it's important that you have big goals. And it's not just like the end goal of life that has to be the biggest. But whatever goals you want to set yourself, it's good to be a little ridiculous in setting your goals. That's a space where you want to push the norm. You want to push the envelope. You've got to get out of that zone which is very comfortable for you. Because in the comfort zone, nobody's going to laugh at you. Nobody's going to ridicule you. Nobody's going to come and tell you that you are crazy. But you've got to step out of that, and you will be called crazy. You will be called ridiculous. But that's where you have to be, because that's where you can go. And unless you do that, how will you ever reach there? Stephen Covey said it very nicely. He said, everything is created twice in this world. Once in your mind, and then outside in reality. But can you think of a goal that you want to set yourself? Short term, long term? That is ridiculous. I want you to share, and this is a very interesting one. So look at the person next to you and share your goal with that person. That person must look at you and say one word. Ridiculous. Right? And he could, she could laugh, but I want that person to say ridiculous to the goal that you want to share with them. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, it takes a little courage, but it's important. Because trust me, that's what people are going to tell you. And you've got to learn to phrase that word. Alright, tell your partner, please share your ridiculous goal. Go on, tell me on. Let's look at the flip side of it, and let me share a little bit of a story of this. It's a real story that took place in the United States of America. So here is this $300,000 home that somebody negotiated to buy. And once they were buying this house, there was a lot of haggling going on before they finalized the price for it, and the price was $300,000. So after a lot of this space, the buyer, when they were in the house, they saw a washing machine which was not working. And they asked the seller, I want you to change that washing machine. And the seller said, no, listen, we haggled a lot. Let's not go with the washing machine. Let's close the deal with what it is right now. And let's just move on, please. Let's not talk any more changes to this place. The buyer was adamant. I want the washing machine to be replaced. And this is the place where the buyer was ready to give that 7-figure check to this particular seller at that point in time. And so, no, I want this washing machine to be replaced. Seller says, no, I'm not going to replace it. Come on, we've done enough now. Let's move forward. So here is this particular buyer, takes that check, signs on it, puts a 7-figure, shows it to this guy, and tears it right in front of the face. So he just lost the deal, walks away from it. What was the cost of that washing machine to be replaced, a new washing machine? $100. And for that $100, that person had to go and scrap the entire deal because of one simple factor, which was an emotion, which was completely unnecessary, which was triggered off by this person's ego. We stand so strong with those egos that we can throw such a wonderful deal off, probably for both people. And that was considered to be the deal of the washing machine, which completely failed, such a huge deal. But now, what does this really tell us? There was something ridiculous there. What was it? Being rigid. Being rigid. And what was the cause for being rigid?
The importance of that washing machine in comparison to that house.
That's ridiculous. So what was the real cause for the deal to completely go off track?
Buyer not understanding.
What was the cause for the buyer not understanding? What was the block?
Ego? Inflexible.
It was inflexibility, which has caused you to ego, and all of those things which are certain emotions, which can really be ridiculous. They're not required really when you're actually trying to get certain things in life. So it could be ego, it could be stress, it could be anger, it could be grudge, hurt, suffering. There are many of these things that we dabble with every day in life. And one of the best ways to try and see how I can overcome these things is by understanding that they are ridiculous. Because the best way to get free from them is when you look at them in the eye and say, ridiculous. What is this ego doing right now? Come on. Just $100. Can I get sane? Because when you are in any state of emotion, you are not sane. You cannot think clearly. You are not able to make sense of what is happening in the environment, and therefore you can't clearly decide. You can't make a decision. Right? So that's when you're actually stuck in a state of either freeze or fight, or sometimes in flight, as the case may be. So when we look at ridiculous, sometimes it's also important to understand what is ridiculous that you probably don't have to get into. Right? So sometimes, from the previous example, you need to have ridiculous goals, right? Let people laugh at that. But there are times when you don't have to be ridiculous, especially when it comes to your own inner state. That's when you need to sort of see what things are ridiculous for you and get them off the track. And that's what we have to do with all these emotions. So how do we do that? The first thing, which is ridiculous, is by trying to understand where does this come from. So can you guess, if you're angry with somebody, or if you're stressed about something, do you all get stressed by any chance? We do, right? What could be some of the reasons of that stress?
Accept what it is.
Not able to accept what it is.
Expectations.
Expectations not being met. Not being met.
Not able to understand.
Unable to understand somebody.
Not giving it a thought, actually.
Not giving it a thought. Yes. And in practical life, where does this come from? In the corporate. Do we get some stress in corporate?
Not
Yes.
meeting ends.
Not meeting ends, boss not understanding me, too much of pressure from the boss, colleagues not being able to understand me, deadlines being thrown at you. You know, it was one person given 15 guys job.
Operations team always fighting.
Operations team always fighting, accounts team not listening to the HR people.
Was there asked to redo it?
Work done and asked to be done again. So a lot of things can actually be there that can trigger off these emotions, stress, anger, irritation, frustration, whatever you might call it. And so the biggest ridiculous factor is by blaming others for what you feel and saying, you know why I'm feeling this way? It's because of the operations team. I'm feeling this way because of those deadlines. I'm feeling this way because of the pressure that has been put by me on me by my boss. And as long as you keep blaming others and pointing fingers for the way you feel inside, you're being ridiculous. And in this state, you don't want to be ridiculous. Because you have a better state. And there's a different word over here. So one is normal, and the other one is natural. And we can sometimes confuse the two. Your normal state might be all these emotions today, but that is not natural for us. And we don't want that to make a natural state. I have might know the difference. I might be normally stressed, but my natural state is not stressed. What would you like to feel rather instead of being stressed?
Happy.
Easy.
You prefer to be happy, you like to be easy, because that's your natural state. You always want to be in your natural state every time. If stress was natural, you wouldn't want to get off, you like to stay there. But it's not natural, so you want to go into your natural state. Alright? And the only way to do that is by not being ridiculous, by not letting other people. So, what do you want? You want happiness. You want peace. You want money. For what? For what? Live for what? Live happy life. Going on back to that same state of happiness, peace, love, bliss, power, and strength inside. That's all we need, truly. So that's what I need. What am I doing for it?
Practice.
I'm getting stressed because I want to be more peaceful. I'm hating others because I want more love in my life. I'm having a lot of fear because I want to become a person who's very strong. And so I want something, but my actions are very different from what I really want in life. That's another aspect of being ridiculous. So I want to align these two. What is it that I want? And so what should I do for that? So if you want peace, what should you do?
Be natural.
You got to get into a state of being natural. Natural is being peaceful. That's the state you want to be in. So what do you have to do for it?
Avoid
Take a
worry.
deep breath. Okay, something more simpler than that.
Meditate.
Meditate. But what's the simplest thing to do if you have to be peaceful?
Let it go. Don't react.
Someone said, don't react.
Avoid emotions.
Let it go. Who said think?
Being in control.
Who said think? You should think. You got to start thinking differently. If you want different results, you got to think differently. You want to be peaceful, you got to feel peaceful. Exactly, right? You got to be peaceful. If you have to be peaceful, you got to feel peaceful, and if you have to feel peaceful, because every thought that you create translates into a feeling. Whatever you're thinking right now becomes a feeling. If I can just think right now, oh my God, I just missed that ticket that I had to put for my extension of parking. What will happen with your thought? You create a thought, instant feeling of fear, feeling of helpless or whatever. Your thought instantly projects into a feeling, and that's what you're actually going to be having as your whole life. So if you want peace, your thought must be of peace. If you want to be more loving, you got to think loving thoughts. If you want to be more positive in life, your thoughts should be positive. So if I want all these things, but I'm not taking charge of my mind and my thoughts, I'm being ridiculous. So I took this decision up many years back that whilst we're trying to manage a lot of things in life, the first thing I'm going to try and manage is my thoughts. Because then that's when I want to go into a very natural state and stop being considered as a person who's ridiculous. Ridiculous, insanity, foolishness, all the same things, is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So in this state, my suggestion, my offer, my request to you is please do not be ridiculous. Learn to be natural. Think what you want to be.